At the end of Horizon Zero Dawn, Aloy gets help from the likes of Erend, Val and other characters that she helped along the way. Which is why I was surprised when I played Forbidden West and found out that she left everyone at Meridian to go it alone again. Now, of course, Aloy had her reasons, being that she has always been an outcast and the fact that the path she was on was a very dangerous one and wasn't willing to risk anyone's lives. She also still carried the heavy burden of being Elizabeth Sobek reborn. But she also had friends who cared about her, and Val tracked her down 6 months after the events of Horizon Zero Dawn. With no guy back up at the Zenith facility, Aloy vents her frustration at Val and explains to him how dangerous this path is before they head back to Meridian.
Varl, I'm sorry.
You have a sharp bite sometimes, you know? But it was pretty amazing to see you fly off that tower and blow up the entire basin.
The thing is, there's going to be more of that. I'm out of leads, Varl. But I have to keep searching. And fast, and whatever risks I have to take, I will. And it doesn't make sense to have someone with me. Someone who might get hurt. This is on me, Varl. Nobody else.
Aloy receives a hero's welcome, which kind of makes her feel a little bit uncomfortable, as she's not used to it being an outcast and knows that everyone is not completely safe due to the Red Blight. So when seeing some old familiar faces, she catches up with them, but you can tell her mind is elsewhere, to the point where she leaves Val in Meridian after learning of Silent's schemes. She later encounters Erend, who is not angry at Aloy, but I hate to say it, disappointed. He just couldn't understand why Aloy left them after defeating Hades. And you do see a hint of sympathy from Aloy towards Erend, but she's still very adamant that she alone must carry the burden. And even though Val catches her up, his injury from Regala's attack means that she doesn't have to persuade Val not to accompany her into the Forbidden West. Now, in Zero Dawn, Aloy relied on Silence a lot, and to a certain extent she did in the early parts of Forbidden West, as he helped her get into the Hades Proving Lab. But once Aloy got the means to reboot Gaia, she cut him off completely by destroying her focus. This showed us that she didn't even want the help from someone who understood the old ones as much as she does. And to be fair, Silence is a bit of a scheming jerk as well. Anyway, after escaping the Zeniths and Val saving her, she starts to realise that there is an even bigger threat to the Earth. And with Hephaestus causing havoc in a cauldron nearby Plainsong, Zoe and Val accompany Aloy and recover Minerva, restoring a piece of Gaia in the process. And although reluctantly, this is when Aloy starts to realise that if she wants to save the world and defeat the Zeniths, she cannot do it alone. Gaia herself recommends using the facility as a base of operations, and she tells Val that she won't be pushing them away. So she heads out to find more subordinate functions and helps the Tenarch, with Cthulhu at her side, defend themselves against Regala's rebels. A new vision appears that displays how the old ones work together in unity, which not only inspired the Tenarch, but also opened Aloy's eyes to the values of trust and togetherness. Even Cthulhu wants to join Aloy's cause and calls her commander.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
So she now starts to become a leader, she's willing to accept people's help, and that heavy burden she carries starts to get lighter. And you can tell that she starts to enjoy people's company a lot more, especially at the base and while getting Poseidon in Las Vegas. I mean, that moment when Aloy sees the lights of Las Vegas with Morland and co was magical, and taught her that there's still hope for people to achieve their goals if they work hard enough and stick together.
The show my old Gramps always wanted. there's another.
His dream realized, his old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the Embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve is a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
But the massive curveball for Aloy was Beta becoming part of the team. Aside from being very intelligent outcasts, they were very different versions of Elizabeth Sobek, and Aloy grew frustrated with Beta. She had no courage, no conviction about her, and was very pessimistic about their chances against the Zeniths. Until Aloy realised that Beta wasn't missing a part of Elizabeth Sobek, it's that she never had Ross to care for her and train her. That was the difference. See, Aloy said to Val a couple of times earlier that she didn't have the time to think about Ross's passing, as she had too much on her plate. But realising that it was Ross that gave her the strength and courage to fight on, helped her grieve and gave Beta that same courage to go to Gemini. But obviously things go south. Val is killed and Beta is taken by the Zeniths. Tilda saves Aloy, but even after the lengthy discussion and plan to defeat the Zeniths, Aloy doesn't truly trust her. When she gets back to the base, you can see the sadness in Aloy's eyes as she says goodbye to Val with Zoe. For that brief moment, she gets to grief Val's passing, like she didn't get to for Rost. See, Val was so kind and understanding, and by this point you can see those traits flourish in Aloy. But the plan to rescue Beta and defeat the Zeniths then takes precedence. And despite Aloy's silence and Tilda not disclosing parts of their roles, they all work together to enter the Zenith's base and take down the Spectres. Even Regala's part of the team if you spare her. And it was such a joy seeing her lead a group of people without trying to do it all by herself. We also got treated to an Avengers-esque shot with the team at the Zenith base. Like, okay, I guess it worked. Then after defeating them, Tilda finally tells Aloy of her plans to leave the Earth, forcing Aloy to join due to Nemesis approaching. But Aloy being Aloy was having none of it and defeated Tilda. And Silence being Silence reveals that his plan was also to get to this point and leave the Earth. All of Aloy's friends arrive, and even with the impending doom of Nemesis arriving, there's a really nice moment where Eren has his arm around Aloy and they finally breathe a sigh of relief as Silence decides to stay. We then get a nice ending monologue from Aloy stating she's only just understood that the people of this world have the strength to fight. And with Nemesis looming, Aloy realised she needed help from all tribes, all people to have a chance.
I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle.
And when you compare that to her attitude at the start of the game, where she felt burdened to do it all by herself, the difference is night and day. So now she is a real leader. She's not only willing, but asking for people's help, and that burden she carries weighs the same as everybody else's. And that is how you do character development properly in a game. And credit to Guerrilla Games, to Ashley Birch and everyone involved in Horizon Forbidden West. You delivered an amazing sequel with brilliant characters, and wow, I'm hyped to see what happens next. So thank you for watching, like and sub for more videos like this one, and I will see you very soon.